Hello book lovers! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Debs.
And it goes a little something like
So today's video is my March hopefuls. I know we are pretty much halfway through the month, but what counts is what counts. It's, so I think it's still valid. Obviously I've finished like a couple books already, but it doesn't matter. What counts is what counts. Like I said, I'm still like, it's never too late to deliver. I could still put on my March hopefuls even at the end of the month, because I mean that was what I was hoping to read. If you know what I mean. I'm not making any sense, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Anyways, without further ado, I'm just gonna say that I'm, like I said in my previous video, I suck at explaining, like plots and synopsis and books, and as you could see, I don't even remember like half of the names of the characters from the books that I read. And because I read a lot, and sometimes it's kind of like hard to remember, especially when you're just like under pressure, like to remember. So I can't. So I'm like, it doesn't matter, as long as I enjoyed the book, I liked it, and that's the point. So I already read 2 books up until this point. And the first book that I read, it was on my March hopeful. So I was hoping to read Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher, and I read it. There's a sticky note. I read it, so this was my first March hopeful, and it's about this is the second book on Lauren Asher's Dreamland Billionaires series or trilogy. And it's about a billionaire and his assistant, and they get into a marriage of convenience, and it goes from there. And I don't want to like spoil, because I want to leave it for my March wrap up, my thoughts in this. But it was what it was. I don't want to spoil it, so this is not like a wrap up, this is a hopeful. So I'm just telling you what I intended to read this month, and I already read that book. And I also read One Look by Lena Hendricks, which is coming out well, actually it came out already when you're watching this video, because it came out on Friday the 10th, and I received the narc for it. I read it on my Kindle, which look at it, it looks so cute with the stickers. And I read it on my Kindle. It's a grumpy ex-sunshine, like grumpish. I would say grumpish. He's not that grumpy, but he's a single dad and small town, and it was just, go read it, because like I said, this is a hopefuls and like kind of TBR, not exactly not a wrap up. I'm not here to express my feelings towards these books. I'm here to say what I want to read, what I intend on reading this month. And then I also started another arc on my Kindle, which is Inside of a Rainbow by Bridget L. Rose, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, it doesn't say the author here, well, but it's kind of like Grumpy Sunshine as well, but it kind of has like mixed things around. It also has bikes here, which I love, and it has anxiety in it, which is great, because I suffer from it, as well as a lot of people around here I know, and it's really, I feel like the representation so far, I haven't read much, is nice. But yeah, I'm excited to continue reading that. And I'm also reading Priest by Sierra Simone on my Kobo. It was not on my hopefuls, alright? I just decided, like, I have my Kobo sitting here, so I need to grab it. And so it's gonna be like a third not so important read. Like, I'm not gonna be as much focused on the read in here as I'm gonna be on the other like 2 reads that I usually do. I usually do a physical read combined with a Kindle read. So I'm gonna do a Kobo read as a third read, like during the night before I go to bed, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna go grab my phone too, because I want to like see my next hopeful. So I was also hoping to read House of Sky and Bread by Sarah J Maas, because last year, actually it was a year ago exactly, because I read it in March. I read House of Earth and Blood, and it was one of my favorite books like ever. I loved it. It was my first like fantasy book, and I was obsessed. I love Bryce and Hunt, and I just love them so much. I want to know more about this fantasy world, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna be honest, I've been scared to grab it because of the size. I love big books, but that one is gonna be like, I need to be in a certain mood. And I was like, I need to read it this month because it's gonna be a year since I read that other book, so I need to read it. But will I? I don't know. I was just thinking about it earlier, and I'm like, there's so many other books that I want to read now, and if I grab that one, I know it's gonna take me like over a week to read it because work, and I just been feeling so emotionally exhausted and just so, just not okay in a whole. Like, my mental health has not been like the best lately, and that's okay because sometimes we have like those days. So, but I don't know, we'll see. That's a hopeful for this month, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick it up. It's a physical book that I have. Then I also have The Right Move, which is the second book in the Windy series. I think it's that. What's the series is called? I read Mile High last month, and you saw it on my previous video, and it was like one of my favorites. I read it on Kindle Unlimited, so I grabbed The Right Move. It's sitting on my Kindle Unlimited library on my Kindle, and I really want to read it this month because I've heard like that it's even better than the first one, so I really want to pick it up. It's like a best friend brother and like forced proximity because they live together, and oh my god, like it's kind of like fake dating, I think. I'm not sure, but I think like I just really want to read it because I keep seeing all these, not spoilers, but like quotes and aesthetic videos and pictures, and I'm like, I really need to, and I really want to read it. So next on my hopeful list, I have Flawless by Elsie Silver, which is right here behind me, because as you saw in my whole video, I have like all these series to read, and I was planning on maybe at least each month to read a book from each of those series, because they're like interconnected standalones, so they're not like series as like they're like series, they're like interconnected standalones, so it's okay if I don't read it like them right away, like I won't like be lost later, but I want to read at least like a book from each series a month. So I'm thinking about starting with Flawless by Elsie Silver. Then I'm thinking about also reading Things We Never Got Over, and I intended to read it in February, but then I ended up not reading it, and I want to read it because Small Town Romance, and I think like Grumpy Sunshine, which I just love it, and I just really want to read it, but I don't know, we'll see because I've been kind of slower in reading lately because of work and just mental health wise, so I don't know, but we'll see. Then next we have 1% of You, which my girls want to gift it to me. I think it's by Michelle Gross. I was looking behind to check out the author's name, and I heard it's also like Grumpy Sunshine, like kind of enemies to lovers, tattooed guy, single mom, and I need to read it, Also, it's very like, it's not that big, like the size is really not that big, so I intend on reading it. And I also want to read Rhythm, Short, and Malikan, which was a gift from my girl Katrina. It's like kind of like one of the first books by Marina Zapata, and I want to go in order now because I already read From Look Up With Love and Under Lock, and I decided that I want to go like and read the next, like her books next, like in order, like because I know that sometimes a few characters from other books show up, so I want to read in order. Next, I want to read, and I need to read, Into the Tide by Lauren Pavlov, which I received an arc for. So I need to hurry up, finish the Inside of a Rainbow so I can start that arc because I need to read it, and I'm so excited because I haven't read a book by Lauren Pavlov ever. So I need to hurry up and read it because I heard it's like also small town and like kind of like Second Chance, I think. I'm not sure, Most of these books I don't know nothing about because I'm one of those people that likes to go in blind, and usually that's why I'm rarely ever disappointed, and why I don't feel like I go on a reading slump that easily, because I always pretty much always go into blind. Sometimes I know little things like tropes and everything, but I rarely ever read a synopsis. Like, rarely ever. I used to do that when I was younger, and I used to go to bookstores and buy books there. But ever since I started like buying books more from Amazon and online, you know, I haven't read like synopsis ever, because I don't like to. I like to go into it blind. I like to know the tropes. I like to know if it's romance, if it's enemies to lovers, it's, you know, but I don't want to know like the general plot. I want to be surprised, and that's it. That's how you have me. Also, this one I really want to read Hawk by Jessie Hall, because I bought it because of Cheyenne as well, and I want to read because it's dark romance, it's ex-con, it's forced proximity, because I think he's like her boyfriend's friend, and then he invites him to live with them, and like, what? Like, that sounds perfect, all right? So I want to read it. I need to read it, and it has to be read this month because I'm excited. I need to read like kind of more dark side, you know. And I think what else do I have here? Oh, Hideaway by Penelope Douglas is the last book that I have in my March hopefuls, because like I said in my previous video, my wrap up, I read Corrupt, and I really didn't love it, so I'm curious about the next books to see if I actually liked them more than the first one. And I really loved Kay in that book. He was my favorite character. Why am I like butchering all these words today? My speech is like all over the place, but anyways, I think you understand what I'm trying to say. But I really loved Kay. He was my favorite character, so I'm kind of excited for his book, and that's my last hopeful here. I think like that I had more hopefuls, and I'm pretty sure like I'm telling you, I'm being honest, like straight open here, I'm probably not gonna read half of the books that I said here, and I'm probably gonna read more like other books that I didn't mention here, because I have a lot of books on my Kindle, like on my Kindle Unlimited library, books that I got for free, like from Free Booksy, and you know, that I got from authors newsletters that I have here to read. So I'm probably gonna do that and butcher all my hopefuls, but it doesn't matter. What counts is what counts, and my intention here was to tell you what my hopefuls are. That's why it's called hopefuls, and I'm not calling it a TBR specifically, because it's hopefuls. It's what I'm hoping to read, but most likely won't. So like, there's that. So this one was a quicker video. I was just like telling you what I intend on reading, and just, you know, I'm just all over the place, but bear with me. And also, if you want this lovely cap, it's from My Book Goddess, which I'm a brand ambassador rep, and you can use my code DeborahReads15 for 15% off, and you can use my link, which I'm gonna leave in the box thingy down below. Also, I got this mug, and I also have an Enemies to Lovers club member sweatshirt, which I'm not wearing now, but yeah, so that's from there, and they have amazing things in their website. Go check it out. Mina is just amazing and super sweet. But this video is not sponsored at all. I just remembered that I had this on, and yeah. But that's all I have for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little all over the place video, just me telling you about my hopefuls, what I intend to read but most likely won't. And that if you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up, comment down below what are your hopefuls. Give me like more video suggestions, recommendations, like what you guys would like to see from me, and leave me green heart and green heart emoji in the comments, because you know I'm wearing green and like it's almost spring. So yeah, just leave me a green heart in the comments down below if you've reached this far. And that's pretty much it. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you like it, and if you're not subscribed yet, and share with your friends, with your bookish friends. And that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say to you, so see you next time. Thank you so much for coming. Bye bye.